What if I told you that a man who died in 1902 is still shaping the decisions of world leaders today? A man who never held the presidency, never sat on a central bank, but whose vision quietly directs the minds of presidents, CEOs, generals, and global elites. Today on Keep Our Heroes Alive, Heroes or Villains, we dive into the legacy of Cecil Rhodes, the mastermind behind the British Empire's expansion, and the founder of a global leadership pipeline that still defines power today. Based on the revealing research of historian Carol Quigley, this is the story of the Rhodes Scholarship, the Round Table movement, and the elite networks that quietly shape our world. Cecil Rhodes wasn't just a British mining magnate, he was a visionary imperialist. His dream? A worldwide federation of English-speaking elites ruling with benevolent authority. To achieve this, he formed secretive groups like the Round Table movement, an elite circle of scholars, bankers, and civil servants dedicated to keeping the British worldview dominant, even after colonialism formally ended. Historian Carol Quigley, who had access to many of their private archives, exposed this in his books, The Anglo-American Establishment and Tragedy and Hope. He said, quote, "The chief aim of Cecil Rhodes' secret society was to create a world system of financial control in private hands, able to dominate the political system of each country and the economy of the world as a whole." At the heart of Rhodes' vision was education. He believed that by hand-picking brilliant young leaders and shaping their minds at Oxford, he could create a new ruling class, a class with loyalty not to any one nation, but to a shared Anglo-centric vision of global order, and so he created the Rhodes Scholarship. Not just a scholarship, but a ticket into the highest levels of global influence. Rhodes Scholars aren't just academics. They're future politicians, tech moguls, diplomats, generals, and foundation heads. Bill Clinton was a Rhodes Scholar. So was Pete Buttigieg. So were top advisors, bankers, and media personalities from across the West. But what do they learn? Not conspiracy, but consensus, a worldview, one that promotes global governance over national sovereignty, technocratic problem-solving over democratic debate, free trade, interventionism, and humanitarian empire. This is what Quigley called the liberal internationalist consensus. It's why both major parties often seem to agree on foreign policy, banking policy, and elite cooperation, even when the voters want something else. The Rhodes model didn't stay alone. It inspired a whole generation of programs. Fulbright in the US, Marshall and Gates Cambridge in the UK, Schwarzman Scholars in China, the World Economic Forum's young global leaders. These aren't evil, but they are powerful. They create a class of leaders who think alike, speak alike, and act as stewards of a world system they didn't build, but are trained to preserve. Rhodes believed in the civilizing mission of empire. That belief has morphed today into global responsibility. Climate treaties, development aid, military interventionism, and AI governance, all run by unelected elites who think they know best. Quigley warned us, not of a conspiracy, but of networks. Not of villains, but of well-meaning stewards who quietly concentrate power while shielding it from public scrutiny. So the next time you see a major global summit, or hear a Rhodes Scholar give a TED Talk about the future of humanity, ask yourself, whose vision of the future are we following? The legacy of Cecil Rhodes is alive, not in redcoats and colonies, but in briefcases and conference rooms. His empire didn't end, it evolved. Thanks for listening to Keep Our Heroes Alive. If you like this episode, share it with a friend who still believes history is just about the past. Because some empires never die, they just become scholarships.